been over 2.5 years now since I bagged my Tesla, and since I went to YouTube University and did it all on my own, I've had a ton of people DM me, even friends, ask me to help them with their setups, and I figured I'll start making videos answering the questions that people DM me about or that I help them with. I'm kind of one of the local experts here. I guess you can call me that. But a lot of this stuff wasn't on YouTube, so I had to figure some things out on my own. So I'll just start making videos on this stuff that people DM me about, and hopefully it'll help some others. One of the first things I'll start with is I got my bags from Bagriders, and nothing bad against them. Great company. The bags are awesome. The customer service is great. I just had an issue with one thing, and that was their Hardlines. So when I decided I wanted to switch from the nylon lines and go up to the Hardlines, because we want that pretty aesthetic. Well, first off, they were pretty expensive, and I also found some on Amazon, so I ordered both of them. And what I noticed was that the Bagriders brand doesn't get that shiny, and I'll show you guys here in a second, but it doesn't give you that aesthetic that you want with Hardlines. And I contacted them about it, and they said, oh, we would look into it. This is a year and a half ago, and nothing's happened since. So people ask me still, like, would I recommend Bagriders Hardlines? And here's the price of what they are now as of this video, versus what you can get from Amazon. Yeah, the answer is no. I do not recommend Bagriders Hardlines. I recommend the stuff from Amazon. The Amazon stuff, gives you a tiny bit more length, but that's neither here nor there. That's so minute. But it gives you that aesthetic that you want. So I'll show the difference between the two. So this is the Bagriders Hardlines, which the Bagriders, they have their little code here on the edge of theirs. The Amazon stuff comes in packs, and they're shiny. And what you do to shine up Hardlines is you buy this any aluminum polish. It doesn't matter what brand. I think I just picked this up at like AutoZone or something. You can get some off Amazon. It doesn't really matter. Aluminum polish, it's all the same. It works on Hardlines the same way, and the stuff's kind of old, so it's been sitting in there for a while. When you get yours, it'll probably be a lot. I'm pretty sure it was a little wider, but what you do is you just take a dab of it. It smells good and strong. So we'll start with the Bagrider stuff, and you just basically put it on there, and you rub it back and forth, and it like gives this little black tint to it, and you just keep wiping, and then you take a side that's clean and you wipe it off, and that's as shiny as the Bagrider stuff gets. It's not very shiny at all. So if we do the same, we'll just dab a little more on the Amazon stuff, and I'll put a link to this Amazon stuff, which it's awesome, and it's a whole lot cheaper. You just do the same, just wipe it, spin it around, then you take a dry spot, and you can see like it's super shiny, and that's what you want. So I'll take them outside. We get them, I mean, if you sit them side by side, you can clearly see the difference. The Amazon stuff's so much better. So it gives you that shine that you want, and I've had my Hardlines in for a couple years. I'm gonna redo my lines here soon. Forgive my dirty kitchen. I'm probably gonna bleep that out. Need to do the dishes. I hate the dishes. Anyways, so I've had my Hardlines put in for, it's been 2 years now since I switched from nylon, and this is the Amazon brand Hardline, and they still give off that shine. And like I said, you can clearly see the difference between the Bagrider stuff and the Amazon brand. And the Amazon brand's on the top. You can see it's a lot shinier, and that's what you want. Another thing was that also on the Amazon brand, you get a little bit more line too, but you know, that amount is just so minute. It's not a big deal at all, but it's just the shininess. You want it to look good and clean. And you know, if Bagriders changes their stuff and gets some, you know, some line that polishes and looks clean, you know, I'll take the video down. But I did contact them about a year and a half ago about it, and they were like, "What, really?" And they didn't do anything. They're still selling their overpriced hardline. So yeah, it's at this point, it's in your best interest. Don't spend an arm and a leg on that hardline. It's not worth it. So much better stuff on Amazon, and like I said, I'll put a link in the description on where to get the good shiny stuff. It's a lot cheaper, more affordable, and yeah, I'll start making more videos explaining, you know, the stuff that the shops don't show you, and it looks like the other people, what they gatekeep when it comes to heart lines and air suspension, that kind of stuff. You know, I highly recommend, like, when you want to bag your car, do it yourself so that you understand how it all works, and you know, that way it eliminates issues. Or if you do have an issue, you can fix it on your own. You don't have to pay astronomical fees to do so. And like, you know, if you want to be able to put air in your tires or someone else's tires, you can add those kind of attachments and, you know, make your air suspension functional. So that's what I've done. So yeah, so I'll start making more videos on this stuff, and answering questions that people DM me about. Yeah, and we'll go from there.